Okay, example 8 is our last example. So let's look at example 8. Find the coefficient of the x to the power of r term in the expansion in ascending powers of x for a and b. So let's look at question A first. A is 4 minus x to the power minus 1. So in this case, remember, we need the expansion to start with 1. So we need to factorize out 4. So when I factorize out 4, I will have, and I must not forget the power, okay? Power will be transferred to 4 also. So 4 to the power minus 1 times 1 minus x over 4 to the power minus 1. So this will give me 1/4 times 1 minus x to the power of 1 minus x over 4 whole thing to the power of minus 1. We want to find the coefficient of the x to the power of r term. Okay, so what we do is we use the general formula for the term in x to the power of r. Okay, do you remember the formula? The formula, right, is actually t r plus 1 equals to n minus 1 all the way to n minus r plus 1 whole thing to the power of r factorial times x to the power of r. Okay, so in this case, because we have the 1/4 here, so we must also multiply the 1/4 followed by the formula, okay, and then followed by x to the power of r. In this case, right, our x is actually minus x over 4 to the power of r. So now what we do here is we want the term in x to the power of r, so we just need to simplify this expression over here. Okay. In this case, right, our n is equals to minus 1. So here, right, we will have 1/4. So this n is minus 1, minus 2, all the way till minus 1 minus r plus 1. Okay. So I have minus 1 times minus 2 all the way to minus 1 minus r plus 1 over r factorial. Okay, for this part, right, okay, it's minus x over 4 to the power r. I can take out minus 1. This is actually minus 1 times x. So minus 1 over 4 to the power of r times x to the power of r. Okay, can you follow? You can see that they are equal. Okay, from here, right, I see that I have a 1 over 4 here and I have a 4 in the denominator here also. So I can add their powers together. I will have 1 over 4 to the power of r plus 1. Okay, and then from here, right, you see minus 1 minus r plus 1 will give me minus r. So this fraction here will just be minus 1 minus 2 all the way to minus r over r factorial. So here I will be left with minus 1 to the power of r and x to the power of r. So, okay, because you look at the terms in the numerator, each of them will have a minus sign. I can factorize out all the minus 1. Okay, so I have 1 over 4 r plus 1. Then, right, minus 1 can be written as minus 1 times 1. Minus 2 can be written as minus 1 times 2, and so on, and until minus r can be written as minus 1 times r. Okay, and the rest remain the same. Okay, so if I have all these minus 1s, right, how many times of minus 1s do I have? Okay, you have 1, 2, 3, all the way to r. So, right, I will actually have r times of minus 1, meaning minus 1 to the power of r, right? Because I will have r times of minus 1. So this will give me, okay, 1 over 4 r plus 1 times minus 1 to the power of r. Okay, so I will be left with all the 1, 2, 3s all the way to r over r factorial, and this side remains the same. Okay, so now you can see that I can see that I have minus 1 to the power of r and minus 1 to the power of r. So I can add their powers together, right? So I will have minus 1 to the power of 2r. Okay, it means that if I have anything to the power of 2, any negative number to the power of 2, it will become a positive number. Okay, so meaning like minus 1 to the power of 2r will actually be equals to negative 1 to the power of 2 whole thing to the power of r, which will actually give me 1. Okay, so don't need to write 1 down. So this will give me 1. So I am just left with 1/4 to the power of r plus 1. And I can see that I have 1 times 2 times 3 all the way to r divided by r factorial. So this means that the numerator is r factorial and the denominator is r factorial. So I will have 1 here also. So this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. So